All right, man. I gotta set the terms because I'm seeing a discussion, and I just want to put it in the right perspective. And
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is this LeBron versus Michael Jordan thing. Now, I already told you, I feel like LeBron is the Goku of the NBA, and I mean what I mean by LeBron is the Goku of the NBA. I mean he's the first and only Goku of the NBA. Like, there's not several Gokus where we just need to compare Goku from past generations. No, he's the Goku of the NBA, right? Like, he's the guy. He's collaborative. He's cerebral. You know, he gets better and better each year. Seemingly, he gets
He goes
better
six
with
in the face.
each. Right, he gets better by with each fight. Right, just like
Yeah.
Goku, improves and improves, and seems like his power has no limit. Right, he could just keep getting stronger and better at
Yeah.
basketball
Mhm.
and approach it in a cerebral way. But when I think about Michael Jordan, when I think about Michael Jordan, it's different because with Michael, okay, Michael is like the Shinron of the NBA. Michael Jordan, and what do I mean by that? Michael Jordan created the universe that LeBron James plays in.
Yeah.
Like, LeBron James is the top fighter, but Michael Jordan is like a founding father of the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, to compare the two, it's just the roles are just completely different. Like, what Michael Jordan did for the NBA, like, in a sense, you could almost say Michael Jordan helped shape and create the NBA is what I'm trying to say. Whereas LeBron James is a defining or the defining player in the NBA thus far. It's just two different situations, man. Like, it shouldn't even be a comparison. You don't compare Goku to Shinron. Like, Goku is never going to fight Shinron. They coexist in this universe. They both have their roles. They're both powerful. They both do their thing, but they're just different. You know what I mean? Like, before Michael Jordan, Nike did not exist. Okay? There were no Air Jordans before Michael Jordan. Like, look at the players, man. Look, like, Kobe Bryant wears the number 24 for a reason, man. LeBron James wears number 23 for a reason.
Yeah.
It's he shaped the universe they play in. Like, think about this: when Kobe Bryant retired and everyone was giving him accolades and all kinds of stuff, right? You know what Jordan gave Kobe? Some shoes. He gave
Damn.
Kobe some shoes, and guess what? Kobe considered it a great honor. Does that sound like a normal basketball? Like, does that sound like just, oh yeah, well, he was, the greatest player of all? No, man, that's a guy that shaped an architect of the NBA. It's the same way we look at Bill Russell, okay? It's the same way we should look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's the same, like, Michael Jordan is right up there with James Naismith,
But
okay?
yeah, but I'm gonna say this, and I think this is like age. If you asked a guy who was like a big fan of Kareem and he was older than Michael Jordan fans, of course he would say, "Oh no, Kareem is way better than Michael Jordan." He would say that right off the bat.
Right.
Then you have Michael Jordan fans who are at this age who are going to say Michael, like in whatever LeBron does, he is better than LeBron. You're gonna have LeBron fans at this age. Everything is due to age. Even if, like, I can't even, like, I'm not going to call LeBron better than Michael. That's not going to come out my mouth because I think that's a hard argument to have, especially the amount of.
It's apples to oranges. They compare.
Yeah, and it's even like because of Michael Jordan's defense and all of the extra stuff that he also has, I can't just go around calling LeBron better than Michael. But at the same time, I think it's because of age that people have these thoughts. Because people forget, like, the arguments I always hear on both sides are, well, LeBron didn't play mailman. That's a dumb argument. Then you have the argument on the side of saying, well, LeBron is arrogant and Michael Jordan wasn't. I'm like, oh, wow, like another wrong argument. It's like both sides are stupid because they never come up with actual arguments. To your point, it's apples to oranges. It's so hard to argue that you have to make up stuff to try to win an argument.
Right. Because
on both sides.
What I mean by architects, okay, Bill Russell is the reason why we count championships over everything.
Yeah.
Like, stats don't matter if you don't got chips. And the reason why is because of Bill Russell. That's why the MVP of the finals is named after Bill. The trophy is named after Bill Russell. Because he's the architect of that. He's the architect of even thinking that, because Bill Russell is not an all-time stats guy. You know what I mean? He played in the same era as the all-time stats leader, one of the greatest all-time stats leaders ever, right? Wilt Chamberlain.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So Bill Russell is one of the architects. He created the idea of championships, right? Yeah. He created that. That's what he fostered. He fostered that thought that we still have today, where we count how many championships does each individual player have. Okay? Yeah. So then you come to Kareem. Okay? You come to Kareem. Kareem established being a phenom, being unstoppable, following a player from his high school days to his college days to the NBA. Kareem is really the first player we did that with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Kareem is the first, superstar that we were aware of before he went to the NBA.
Yeah, the whole storyline.
The whole arc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's also the first, real moody superstar in the NBA. He's also one of the first socially active superstars in the NBA. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things with Kareem, okay, that help revolutionize the game. Having an unstoppable move, all of those things. Like, there was, like, before the skyhook, can you think of a more iconic, unstoppable move before the skyhook?
No.
But after the skyhook, we got Jordan straight away.
and talk about Jordan, like, everything he's done.
Jordan took it to the next level. Jordan turned basketball into a sport where a player can become an icon.
Yeah.
Okay? An iconic figure in real time. Like a real-time iconic. Like, while he's playing the game, he too is also an iconic figure. Okay? That's what Jordan did. Like, Jordan became a brand.
But, like, I'm not going to give Jordan all that credit by himself. You have to also the campaigning by Nike and a lot of these companies, when they came out with Jordan's DVD and told this whole different story of what happened in his high school, and they didn't tell the whole facts. I mean, the campaign for Jordan was good. His game was amazing, but, like, the campaign helped too.
Yeah, the campaign, but it was like he was the perfect player to campaign around, because the facts are, like, what Jordan did, no one did it before him. Like, there was he created that. Like, everything he did, it was like he created that path. And then a bunch of players followed that path. Like, he laid down this groundwork, this foundation, this nice home that everybody could live in, and a lot of players live in it. LeBron James is one of those players. But I would say LeBron James is at the top of that food chain. Like, in the road that Jordan created, in the house that he built, LeBron James is at the top. Like, he's the number one guy. You know what I mean? Like, but Jordan he's playing in Jordan's universe, though. He's playing in Jordan's universe.
Like, that's why I said, like, if it were the other way around, it would be hard for Jordan to beat LeBron's legacy if he was in his team, if they would switch teams. This is why it's hard to just make those judgments for me, because it's easy to just prove a point in a situation.
Let me put it like this. Let me put it another way. Let me just say one thing. Look, could you imagine anybody giving Michael Jordan some shoes? Like, here's how we'll commemorate your career. Here's some of my shoes, Michael Jordan. That's just not going to happen. But Michael Jordan can give out shoes and jerseys to all-time greats, Hall of Famers, and they're like, "Oh my God, thank you for these shoes, Jordan." Does that sound like a regular person?
Well, I mean, that's what, like, you know how Bleacher Report paints LeBron as this unstoppable force and that he carries a team only by himself?
Right.
I feel like that's like how the media does that for Jordan. Like, they both get this unfair amount of like love,
Right.
amount of show, like they control the team. That's why even when Jordan, this is about LeBron. Even when his team shows up, he's the one carrying them.
Right.
Like, and the same thing goes for Jordan. When he was struggling with the Pistons and when his teammates had to pick up, it was still Jordan who was looked at as the GOAT in that situation. Even though it was Rodman who was picking up for him. It was other players picking up for him. So this is why I'm saying it's all about, when it comes to, like, I say this about the ball, I say this about everything. It's about how the media will portray you with your points. If you give them 40 and the media likes you, they'll give you that. Because Westbrook doesn't get the same amount of credit. Even though he gets the same amount of percentages.
This is the thing with Westbrook, man. Westbrook don't got chips.
Yeah, that is true.
See, the media operates within the parameters that the great basketball players have created. They operate within this same universe. So the thing you're saying, LeBron is being covered the same way as Jordan, that's because LeBron is playing in Jordan's universe and he's playing by Jordan's rules. He's the number one player in the Jordan universe. Therefore, he's going to be covered like Jordan.
No. Now, let me get this correct. I am not hating, because I think they're both the best NBA players ever to get on the court. Right. But the way that these debates go on when they talk about this is why I say, like you said, it's apples and oranges. Because in order for you to say they're better than one another, you would have to also count what team they have, and that's a childish thing to do.
Jason Tatum, his idol is Kobe Bryant, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, Jason Tatum is playing within the Michael Jordan universe because we know who Kobe Bryant's idol was. See what I'm saying? So he's playing with the benefit of studying Kobe Bryant, studying Michael Jordan at this young of an age.
But
so LeBron is playing.
But who's Michael Jordan's idol?
Exactly. Thank you. That's my point. That's the difference. Who is Bill Russell's idol? You see what I mean? Like, you can't compare guys to guys. That's why we don't compare players to Bill Russell. He won 11 champions. Who's his idol? He doesn't have one. Michael Jordan doesn't have an idol.
I don't know.
Don't compare. Look, we're not going to compare Shaquille O'Neal to Bill Russell. We're not going to compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan. Okay? We're not going to compare. Like, look, are we comparing basketball players to James Naismith?
That's
like, I'm just trying to get people to understand. Like, these are some of these guys we're comparing. It's like, it's not a fair comparison because some of these guys built the situation that these guys, the parameters by which these guys play in. So it's like they're architects, man.
No,
like, LeBron James is a basketball player. Michael Jordan is an architect. Like, it's just two different roles. It doesn't mean either one is not great. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, LeBron James is the Goku of the NBA. He's the one that the architects come to watch.
And I'm going to be real honest. Michael Jordan doesn't even play like a Michael Jordan. I mean, LeBron doesn't play like a Michael Jordan at all anyways. Like, he's a Magic who scores more points. That's really what he is.
Right.
So
and Magic Johnson, and I would consider Magic Johnson yet another architect of the NBA. He's another guy that is just, we just never seen anything like it before. Like, again, he's another player where it's like, who could you really call his idol? No one. He's that guy. There's just certain guys, like, they're benchmarks. They are benchmarks in the NBA.
You know,
they're benchmarks in time.
You know what's crazy?
They change.
You know what I realized?
Huh.
Point guards and centers will never be able to be called GOATs. Like the GOATs. Like the top. Ever. Because of the way what their jobs consist of.
It's also okay. And I agree with you because I see how people look at John Stockton. But this is the thing. How many chips do they win? if they win a lot of chips, the more championships a guy wins, the more his status change. And this is why. And how do I know this?
What?
This is why Kevin Durant went to Golden State. This is the only reason why Kevin Durant went to Golden State, because he knew no matter how many people call him a sellout, no matter how many people say it's too easy for him, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. The more chips he wins, the less it matters. It doesn't matter. As long as he's winning chips, it doesn't matter. Because Bill Russell, you know, a whole bunch of years ago, won like 11 titles. And so that's the golden standard, man. As long as you're winning chips, none of this other stuff matters.
True.
So if a point guard averages like, 10 assists a game and never wins any chips, he's just a point guard. But if we ever have a point guard that comes out and averages 12 assists a game and wins like 5 chips, we're going to look at that point guard differently.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is why I want to make the point. How many rings does Magic has? Like 5 rings, right?
Yeah.
But you never hear him in any of these arguments of GOAT worthiness. And like, I see his stuff. He's actually really good. He's the best. But you never hear him, except for like LA fans, ever brought into an argument.
To be honest with you, I would say at this point, as time has moved on and the game has again started to evolve, and we look at LeBron James and we look at Ben Simmons and some of these guys we value at a high level.
Yeah,
I would say at this point, Magic is starting to be more
realized
revered as a basketball player now than he was 10, 15 years ago. Because some of that is just Jordan's glow. And as we get further from the sun, Jordan is like the sun in the NBA. As we get further from it, we can start to see what's behind it. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to get that metaphysical or that metaphorical, I guess you would say, about describing who Michael Jordan is, but it really is like he's the sun in the NBA. But he's like this beaming light that all the players have to play under.